got pregnant and I had a baby in 2021. And in the Germany, what I really appreciate is that the normal delivery. They really try hard to that you don't go for a C-section. And after your kids get born here, there is so much paperwork that you need to do, and for that I would really suggest. We really had a hard time because for 1 week nobody even talked to us, yet everything is very expensive problem. And in Germany I really find a good security for the females. Anytime you do travel, no problem. And that was a really shock for me, that you give respect as a human, who is she, not judging her about her profession. So my name is Kirti and I came here in 2017 with my husband. Earlier I used to do a job in IT in India, and I was looking for some 6 months break, and my husband had an opportunity here. So we both decided, let's go for 1 year and I will take my break and he will grab that opportunity. And after the 6 months, I would say it started to hit that do a job, because I already had 7 years of experience earlier. So I want to work. So first I went to the Agentur für Arbeit to understand about the job culture and the CV and everything. But being an IT person, honestly, I would say that they didn't have much idea. They just told me that do the Google, but now they have changed a lot. But at that time, it was really not a helpful thing. So my friends and Google helped me a lot. I prepared my CV, applied so many jobs, connected so many people over the LinkedIn, and I used to send my CV every day to so many HR. And I went to the job message also. The job messages are very good, I would say. I got 3 or 4 opportunities from there. Although I didn't join them, they offered me. I joined a job which was in my city, Munich. I joined my first job with Telefonica, and then I got another job. That job I got with Engina, that was a startup, and I got a really nice role over there. The people are very nice, I would say. It was very international culture. Everybody used to respect each other, understand each other, and they used to help to grow yourself first. But the corona hit them and that company got bankrupt and I am terminated. When I was working with the Engina, at that time I got pregnant and I had a baby in 2021. That was a peak corona time. Everywhere there was a lockdown. When my daughter born, at that time my husband was also not allowed. She born in Starnberg Hospital. And since I got pregnant, I would say the medicals, about a few things about the medical system is that here the medical appointments are difficult to get for a public insurance. If you have a private insurance, you will get the appointments so easily, and there are so many medicines and checkups which are not covered by the public insurance, that you come gradually when you do pass that journey. But with the private insurance, you get everything. And the advantage of the public insurance is that when you are on Elton side and you are not having money, then this is covered. But with the private insurance, you have to pay that. So this is the advantage or disadvantage of the public insurance. And about the hospitals here, what is my experience is, I think the German females are very much strong. That's why the doctors and the Hibama generally do a, I would say, little bit hard behavior with you, because their expectations is that you can stand up within 5 to 6 hours after a normal delivery. But I think I have a different body and a different mindset, where I'm coming from India, so there we don't get up so early. And we have a family, and the nurses are also very much kind for us, so nobody asks us that from a very first day that you do take care of yourself and your baby too. That is not possible, and that's why I had a different experience here. Although my experience was different in the Stanberg Hospital. Stanberg Hospital had really nice nurses, nice Hibama. They really understand you that you just gave a birth to a baby. That was not an easy thing.
Mm.
So the rest, I really would appreciate the doctors here. They don't give you the unnecessary medications. They just try to push you to be more active. And in the Germany, what I really appreciate is that the normal delivery. They really try hard to that you don't go for a C-section. The Hibama motivates you, the doctors motivates you, and the environment they have built up is really nice for a normal delivery. And if you go out for a walk or in the shops as well, then if you are a pregnant, everybody respects you, and wherever is possible they give you the preference as well, so that you can do your things easily. But yes, this is not the 100% rule.
Yeah,
It
not
depends,
everywhere.
yes, it depends on the every human and the location where you are. If you are in a visa line, then nobody will say, okay, go ahead before me.
Yeah.
So it is like that way. And after your kids get born here, there is so much paperwork that you need to do, and for that I would really suggest do it before. Afterwards there is really no help. And when a newcomers come up, um like you do as much as preparation you can do, but after, when the baby born, the things come so drastically and so much in your bucket that you cannot do everything. So I would say do your research and paperwork beforehand. It will be easier for you. German government helps in so many things, and it is better to research earlier to get the benefit and to get the help. And insurance also gives so many helps, but here people don't know about these things. So I would really suggest that please do research about all these things with your insurance, because insurance provides so many hidden things that everybody don't knows.
You have public insurance?
I had public insurance, and one of my friend had a private insurance. So I was able to get the difference, how much difference it is, and what are the services the public insurance people are not getting. Like the most important thing which I really feel after the birth, people see Hibama as a god, because she is the one who comes and helps the parents, especially for the first timer parents, because everything is new for them and everything just blown their mind, and they are unable to understand simple easy things. And when Hibama came, they have so many questions, so many things to ask. But with the public insurance, I get to know from the Hibama only is that they are really underpaid, and that's why uh, by the insurance they are allowed for 10 times to visit, but they says that it is not possible for us to come with the so much low payments, so they come very less times. And these 10 times are really less as well, because maybe it can be good for the German people because they know everything, their families are also surrounded. But for the expats, no, it is very less. And in the private insurance, it is not like that way. In the private insurance, the Hibama can come for such a longer time, as much as you want, and she comes with you not only for 30 minutes, like the public insurance insured Hibama comes only for 30 minutes, and that is really very less. So these things I really find good in the private insurance.
But I guess the price is higher in the private one.
I don't think so really, because if you think about a private insurance with a good company and with the good conditions, like not go to the platinum or some more higher packages, but in general if you will see, it is a win-win situation for you, because public insurance is good when there is only one person earning in your family, then it is good. Else I would say the private insurance is good because just for a little extra money, not so much extra, little extra money, you can get a really good services. And uh, in case your baby born, you can also include him with the very less money, not so much money. So these kind of the things we get to know gradually when we do experience. As my daughter born, my husband had a private insurance, I had a public insurance, so monthly I do pay for her insurance, and I am paying more insurance amount for a public insurance rather than in a private one.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the thing which I get to know later when I experience these things. And so many medicines are also not covered. I used to buy, I would say, more than 80% medicines by myself. So if I will accumulate all those money and I will see all in all in 1 year, then I would say private is a better one. So many doctors accept the private one as well. For the public things, you need to see because so many doctors are full. They don't take your kids. But with the private one, it is not like that. Your kid is ill and you are with the private insurance, you get the appointment within 2 hours. That's it. So this is my finding about the public and the private insurance. If only one person is earning in the family, then of course you should go with the public one, not the private one.
And can you tell me about how it is to have a child here which goes to outside and tries to play with other children? How is with the kindergarten? Because we talked earlier before the interview.
Yes. So having a child and going out is good. The city has given such good places for the children. They have so many Spielplatz here, so many I would say. And Munich is really blessed for that. They have such a green land. Isar is there, and Tier Park is there, who is open 365 days for you, whatever it is, snow or no. Or so many another facilities as well provided by the city. Uh, for the other kids or the other people, I would say there is a difference that they are not welcoming. Families are not welcoming that much. If there is a family who is expat as well, then they connect more easily and rather than the German families. And in the Spielplatz area especially, We really had a hard time because for 1 week nobody even talked to us. We tried to talk to them, but they are very much into like they don't want to talk to us. I think because we are coming from the outside and they can see on our face. And there are so many moms who are very, very rude, and they just don't want to share the toys or anything. If my kid, or I have seen the other kids who are expats, they play or they just run and touch their toys, they just got crazy. So with the Spielplatz, initially we didn't had a nice time, but gradually we also find our friends and our space, and we also learn few things that we need not to go over there. We also made our boundaries. Now the things are better because we understand these things. But yes, the German families were not welcoming that much, and the expats are good. Earlier, I thought the German is a barrier, but no, the language is not the barrier. It is about the thing they had there in their mind.
Mm.
But I would say city has really given so many options, and um, the pedestrian is nice. The kids can walk, they can learn. There are the crossing roads. The bus drivers are nice when the kids are going in and out. There are so many things which has been built up by the city that is really really nice. The city has to think in the way that um, just the things cannot uh, be the sapphires, you know. And every family or the expats, if they are coming, they need more places for their childrens, and the more doctors, more hospitals for the birth. That is a really big challenge nowadays. As my daughter born at the time of the corona, so that was a really struggling time because so many kids born at that time. So many struggles are running over the year with them. So these kind of things are there, but yet everything is very expensive. We have seen the expenses are grown up more than by 40% in
Wow.
every category, with the same brand, with the same store, everything is same, but the expenses has a big rise, and the salaries are not.
How much do you think, like in price, let's say 2,000, 3,000 euro is enough to raise a family in Munich?
Actually, this is a very challenging question, a very difficult question, because um, if you have a kid, then you need at least one room extra, because uh, in the Munich, the culture of the apartment is that a two-room culture. In that, one is the Wohnzimmer and one is a Schlafzimmer, and the size of the rooms are not that much good. So you need one room extra, and for that the rent is 2,000 euros. So if the person is earning the minimum amount, which is here for the blue card is 55,000, earlier now it is less. So with the single person earning, you cannot suffice that. That is a very difficult situation now. And after that, you need so many things, insurance. You need extra insurance when you have a kid, like the liability insurance, glass insurance, so many other kind of things you need to see. So it is very difficult for a family to survive here with 3,000 euros. Now the rent is really very high. So if you are not earning more than 4,000 euros, it is a really difficult situation for you to survive here. With the 4,000 euros, you just can say that the normal basic things you can do very much easily. But if you think that either you can go for some good trips, or you can do fulfill your good hobbies, or something in a good party for your some celebrations, you really need to think hard for that. The basic life hand to mouth kind of thing you can do with the baby, because the rent and the living cost is really very high here. And if you do compromises at so many levels, but you cannot save that much that is impactful. So that's why I think people go outside of the Munich for the less rent. And I think now, earlier that distance was just 20 or 30 kilometers. Now that distance is more than 50 kilometers, because more and more people are going out for the big house because of the home office, and because of the rent reasons, and for the peace, because city has more loud. So that's why the 50-kilometer range is now more big. So this is the finance thing, I believe, because kids has so many unseen expenses which comes with them. Yes.
And now switching back a little bit, can
Mhm.
you tell me about you trying to learn German?
Yes.
How is it?
So I would tell you that I have tried every way the that can possible. A tutor with your homeland, a tutor from your native country but in the Germany, online with the apps and online tutors, a German private tutor, and with the private institutions. Uh, then but I would say the language is different from the mathematics. This really takes time, and whosoever can give you the time, and his pace is slow, not like 1 month, 10 days, 15 days, they only can really teach you the language, because the concepts are not that much a problem. Concepts are everywhere now, it is available, the books are sufficient for the concepts. The books are very much elaborative in the Germany. I would really appreciate the way their books are designed. But you need a really teacher who can guide you, who can do the practice with you. And by that way, I really find the German government designed those courses, and they have provided so many courses for the integration course and the professional courses. They have really good designed ones, content ones, and their teacher are, I would say, good, but not for the everything is 100% always, but they are very lengthy. If you talk about the B1, it takes 1 year, and now 1 year, nobody has a 1 year for the B1. Everybody want to go with the race and the fastest one. But the later, when it comes to the application, when you speak, when you think, when you write, at that time you feel, oh my god, what I have done. So the just the rules were coming in your mind, but rules doesn't suffice the requirement. You need so much vocabulary, you need everything should be lined up. So you are cooking those sentences in your mind, and then you are trying to speak, and at the end, within 10 or 15 minutes, you are just, oops, it's too much. So for the B1, I would say go with the government courses. Either government give you discount or not, that is not should be a much concern, I would say. If you get the discount, of course it is the best thing. But once you come in Germany and you think that you are going to stay here for at least 2 years, then I would really suggest that please do start your German course, because additional language always gives you so many another aspects of a thinking, and it makes the broad your vision as well. And you are learning such a thing at their original place. People learn the language at the foreign land. You are in Germany, learn German, you will see how helpful it is for you. So you are just making ease for your life. So learn German with the government institutes, and B1, B2, C1, whatever it is very good thing. And do practice of the speaking as much as you can. The government provides some groups for speaking as well. Just try to find out that can you enroll for that as well after the B1, of course, not before the B1. And privately also there are Nachbarschaft is provided by the government. Every area has a particular group treffen rounds. There you can meet with your neighbors. They have some special dates. There you can go meet with the people. That is free of cost. And there are so many people with them. You can connect, speak in German, and you get actually the contacts who are nearby to you. So that is also very much helpful for you, because the contacts if you have from a long distance, that really doesn't helpful for you. You need a nearby one.
And in the workplace, what's the level you need right now?
I would say B2 is really needed if your company is in the demand of a language, because if you get entered by any chance and they will start a meeting in the German, everything will blows up from your mind, and at the end if they will ask about your work and you are not performing well and you saying that these things got missed out, they really don't like it. And now the job market is very tight, they can ask you at any day bye bye. So please don't lie. And if you think that you want to do job, before brushing up your skills and getting a new skill, I would really say work upon your German, because with starting a work and living in the Munich, you think that you can really learn the German. It is a very hard time for you then. If you are really a hard worker and a extraordinary active person, then only you can do that. In Munich, everything you have to do by on yourself. Grocery, cleaning, making friends at a new place is also a time consuming thing. I'm not talking about the strength, I'm talking about in terms of time. That everything takes time, and that time is limited for everybody. So these things really comes in between. And when it comes to the language, it takes time, and your things will take time if you will not learn.
Okay.
So this is what my observation from the last 7 years.
And can you give me in the end some similarities or differences, like which you
Yeah,
found very interesting between India and Germany?
the difference is a big list, but in the topics, I would say, first of all, being a female, I find that here women are very strong, and they are strong because their society is very much open, and they have that thinking that yes, females should also have a right to live, not just in the thoughts but in reality. The government has given them opportunities. So this is a big difference I found here. And females are not dependent for their dreams and for their livings on a man or on their father. They are very much independent in real terms of independence. Um, and The second difference, I would say, the security of the female, which is my personal favorite, I would say, because I had a traveling job in India. I used to travel from Gurgaon to Bombay, but my manager and I was always concerned about my security, to take flights on the odd timings, and to travel as well. Where do I stay, and how the things will be at my stay. Even in fact, if I can remember one incident, first time when I went to Bombay for my business trip. At that time, my cousin sister came to me to see my place where I am staying. Is it safe? Is it good or not? And when she got satisfied, then only I was allowed to stay over there. As she was in the complete mood that I will go and come and stay with her only. So this was a big problem. And in Germany, I really find a good security for the females. Anytime you do travel, no problem. I had a job in Frankfurt with my previous employer, and I do travel there. At 2 o'clock, I start from my home. At 2:30, I reach at Hauptbahnhof. At 3 o'clock, I had a ICE, and that's fine. I never hesitate for 1 second. And so many times alone, I came from a party at 11:30 or 12 o'clock. There is a no tension for the parents and for me. And for the medical system, I would say that every medical system has their pros and cons. Like I had a problem after my delivery, is that I have an acid reflux problem, I would say. The medical term is geared for that, but in the normal language we say acid reflux. Here doctor took 9 months, but they didn't diagnose it. They were not able to diagnose it. They made so many tests, but nothing was fruitful. And I went to India, and doctor just saw me one day and he said, yes, this is a problem. So I would say the expertise is good, but now everything is getting commercialized. So if you have good money, that is not the mean that you get the good uh, treatment or the results. It can be the other side of that as well. The doctor get in mind, okay, he has money, let's make money out of him. Okay, so in that way, I would say that my problem got solved in just in just one appointment, and here it was not. So that was a difference. Not good, not bad. It is a difference. And here to get the appointment, to get the doctors itself a big challenge. So that's why I says to every girl that when you come to Germany, first register with yourself with a gynecologist, because gynecologists take such a long time, and to find a good gynecologist is very difficult, and every girl should have done the pap test. In India you can go and easily get it done, but here you need really a gynecologist, registered gynecologist. There only you can go and get it done, and it is really much necessary test. One more thing I saw here, that people are not bounded with just one or two white collar job as a respectable thing. They do respect if a person who works for a truck driving, a person who is repairing your windows is also very much respectable. And in India, you get the respect if you have a money and if you have a big business. So this thing I also find here, that whatever is your profession, do respect of a human and that profession. As the first thing really shocked me, once I was sitting in a restaurant, and it was in an Indian restaurant, just for information. And the person is very much friendly to me too, because I used to go there for so many times. And as I told you that in the initial 6 months I took as a break, I went at so many places, explored them, make so many friends. So he used to tell me so many things about here, because he was living here more than 35 years. So he has so many long stories. So I was sitting in his restaurant, and he was telling me so many things. And one girl was sitting in front of me, but at another table. And she was also doing her work. She has her laptop and everything. But one, I don't know how our conversation has started. Uh, and he was giving so much respect to that girl as well, for her help. She helped him for a particular legal matter. I don't know what was actually the letter it was, and he was respecting him, and that's how it that happened. Okay. And he was telling me that this is a girl he helped me one or two times before as well. So I asked, she is a lawyer or a tax berater, or who is she? Then he told me, no, 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 she is not that much educated. um, and he told me that his profession is a sex worker. And she just came to me to eat the food, and I were discussing this thing over the phone, and she just told me that this is so easy thing, just that you don't know the German, so I can guide you. And that's how she helped me, and that's it. Okay. And I also saw that two three ladies also came over there. And they also, one of them sit towards me, and she used to talk to me, because she was more interested to know about my culture and my things. And she was also telling, yes, she lives just above my apartment. And she is such a nice girl, and so many good things she told me about her. And that was a really shock for me, that you give respect as a human, who is she, not judging her about her profession, what she is doing. Okay. But this kind of maturity for a society is, I would say, is so far for India, so far, because that's a big big society. First of all, a diverse society, that is not a fault of that society, but it's a human training of thousands of years. And you cannot change this just in few years, I would say. So that was a big difference. And I had that thing 2 days in my mind, and I was so impactful by this thing. So, because I was also part of that society, I used to think in that way as well. But the these things when came, they changed my mind. And now when I go back to India, I used to talk in a very nice manner to a lady who come to our home, who works for us, and the person who cleans our street. Now I am nice to them. Earlier I was not, because I didn't learn to respect a human. I was also part of that I used to judge by their profession, how much money they had. But now I have started to respect and to see what the values a person has. This thing has given me by the German society, I would say. That's a learning for me. So this kind of things just came by coming here. So sometimes I wish that whosoever can come and learn here, please come and learn and go back and spread this thing. This is the humanity. And I would not say here always a humanity. Here also have seen the bad things, but if you can learn the good things, that's the best thing. Like in India, the charity is really a best thing. I have never seen that at the time of the corona, there were so many hungry people on the street. On the street, I would say not on the street exactly, they are in their homes, but they are the people who used to earn daily and get the food daily. Okay, but because of the corona, everything is shut, you know. So there are so many people who used to cook the food and give to the people. I used to pay for three children's school fee. So if like I would say, if the government is not capable enough to take care of that much big country, because you cannot pay for so many kids school education, you know, you have to do so many things, but the society and the people are there who take care of these kind of things are very much. Like my grandfather used to uh, organize one educational kind of camp for 15 to 20 days where girls can learn for their self protection. When he used to do at the time, I think I was 10-year-old. At that time, there was not such a self protection classes are very common, but he used to organize that thing, and it was very much difficult for him to get the confidence of the parents that the girls will be there for 15 days with me and they will get such rough food, not that good pampered food which you get at home. So that kind of the charity things are really huge in India. I would really say this thing, and I admire that thing, that every family feed everybody, likes the ants, the birds, the animals, the street dogs, the hunger people, and the people who are doing the worships. They need some extra kind of the things. So that thing, and the school education of the kids, like they culturally they have made a system like that way, that in one part you have to do donate this, in one part you have to do this. So culturally they made a system like that way. If you will get to know that in deeply and originally, then you will get to know, not in the propaganda things, not the showbiz things, that okay, this is a festival, let's make it this kind of photo, do this kind of pose. No, if you will know to the grounded things, then and their system and their rituals are very much good way, that they have taken care the whole 365 degree of the society. But over the time period, the original things has been forgotten, and the new fancy marketing and this social media things are on the upper surface, and original things are getting down. So this thing I really admire for the India.